Hey, Mark McKenzie here, talking about professional employer organizations and human resources. So, got a question for you. What's the first word that comes to mind when you hear the word human resources? For most people, unfortunately, it's terminations. It's no fun. I've been there before, believe me, it's no fun. And that is a part of human resources. But there's other things human resource departments do. Some of those things are like onboarding employees. And obviously, you need to be able to onboard employees before you can terminate them. But again, in all seriousness, there's a lot of compliance that goes along with human resources, things like ACA and COBRA and Department of Labor and the Department of Homeland Security and the EEOC and the FMLA and FLSA and OSHA. So you have all these things you need to be compliant with. And if you're not compliant, and if you don't do them really well, certainly you can lose an employee over it. You can get fined, or you can get sued, or maybe a combination of a couple things. But here's the thing about tactical human resources and all this compliance. No employees ever come work for an organization because they do these things really well. Now, again, they also be done really well, but you're not attracting employees solely on your compliance, right? And the analogy I'll make is going to a baseball game, watching a baseball game. Nobody goes to a baseball game to watch an umpire. Now, if an umpire screws up, everybody's going to notice the umpire. But the umpire does his job and does it really well, nobody's going to notice the umpire. And so that's kind of human resources. But again, that doesn't really impact an ability of the company to grow and become wildly successful. What impacts that is strategic human resources and your people. And so here's where the PEO comes into play. By creating efficiencies with a lot of these processes, and by creating automation and outsourcing those functions which can be outsourced. And again, mind you, if you want to terminate your employees, you're welcome to do so, right? The PEO does not have governance over terminations, but allowing you to kind of get out of this tactical box and into the strategic box. And so what this allows you to do is to develop company culture, develop career pathing for your employees, develop compensation strategies and the execution of those strategies, training your employees. So strategic human resources is all about your people. It's all about attracting quality people into your organization. It's about engaging with them when they're there, and it's about retaining them. And that's all about productivity, right? So if you have really good people working for you and they're highly engaged and they're sticking around, your company is going to be profitable. The challenge for a lot of businesses today is, according to a recent Gallup study, 68% of employees, could be your employees, are either actively or passively disengaged. And they're disengaged because more than likely your company is not doing these things really well. And when they're disengaged, they're not productive, and that obviously is impacting profit. And so the PEO partnership, again, allows you to automate these functions over here, creating efficiencies, outsourcing when necessary. Again, you're still in control of the terminations, and allowing you to focus more on the strategic, focusing more on your people. So I hope this video was helpful. Thanks.